Passport 2810 BH here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan, Keystone's #1 lightweight, and within its class, it is the #1 lightweight. This is the #1 selling core market ultralight, essentially. 5,300 pounds, despite its size and having a full super slide. Passport is the definition of ultralight. They are the most copied lightweight trailer on the market. There are really only one or two true leaders in this market, and then there's a lot of, I don't know, you call them knockoff brands, but this is definitely one of the guys. Most of the lightweights you see out there, they are based on Keystone's ultralight and laminated designs. They're really the ones that have made the laminated market the powerhouse that it is today. If at any point you'd like to know a little more about it, such as price tag, tank capacities, links, important stuff, but easy stuff to answer, I have left you a link in the video description. It says click for price and availability, or check for price and availability, one of those. If you're just on YouTube anyway, if you're already on our website, congratulations, you've got all the answers right in front of you. So who's this for? This is your you know, half-ton pickup type person. This is you all day long. Even when this thing is loaded to the gills, you're still comfortable. That's what's great about it. I don't normally reshoot footage mid-season. I've already had some 2017 Passport 2810s roll through, but they just put through a significant product update, larger than anything I've seen them do since we began carrying Passport. They've put in some very important, very simple, very smart features, and it starts with right away the new exterior look. I had someone say, why are some Passports like taupe on the outside and why are some of them white? This is the new one. This is the one that you want. This is the one that has all the updates and add-ons and additions. They've always had the nice, bigger, wider baggage compartment, so you can actually get your big stuff in here. They still ride on the same chassis, the NXG frame, which is like an aircraft-style chassis. Basically, it's lighter yet stronger, but it's not the least expensive chassis on the market. But you want a good house, you start with a good foundation, and there are certain things that you just simply should not compromise on. Standard enclosed heated underbelly. So there is a forced air heat duct that comes off the back of the furnace to heat that underbelly enclosure to give you some good extended seasonality on this thing. Passports were one of the first to adopt the wide stance stability axle system. I can't really get a good look at it. There you go, maybe see a peek of it. Long story short, with the axles set further apart, this thing is less inclined to wiggle and bounce when you're going down the road, especially at higher speeds. I ask our delivery drivers, how do you like hauling trailers with that? And this year, I've really noticed a lot of drivers specifically pointing that out. I don't know if they're just now becoming aware of it or what it is, but I've had a lot of drivers say, I like these trailers with those wide axles because they just, you know, when I get passed by a semi on the highway, I don't get pushed and thrown around. And I like that they used every inch of space under the bunks they could. You know, we've got our 18-gallon-per-hour water heater, outside shower. There's a black tank flush system on this trailer as well, but a nice little outside storage pocket. And what I like is that's back here near all your utility stuff. It's perfect to keep separated from all of your, you know, outside storage stuff up front. So you have kind of a separate campsite outside storage and then utility outside storage on this floor plan. Every Passport Grand Touring Series, which is what we're looking at, either has an outside kitchen or a bumper mounted grill. Standard. You either get one or the other. You don't have to pay extra for that. And that's what's so cool. Passports have a higher in-class resale value because they have more standards and fewer options. You know, if you add fancy pants, cool looking wheels to your truck, you're not getting that money back. Everybody knows that. But the RV world, for some reason, hasn't quite caught on to that. Well, that's not true of all the RV world. Keystone certainly figured it out, and they have more streamlining, more standardization, more simplicity than any other brand out there. They are the skeleton upon which other people, you know, design companies now in this business. Now, you see we've got that direct entry bathroom door. That delivery driver's truck's barking up a storm over here. The direct entry bathroom door there, you see that was, even the back bathroom door is strutted. Now, we've got some funky lighting going on here early this morning, but both entry doors also have triple entry steps. So they're both easy to get into, neither will slam in the wind. The awning, you see how this awning is very generously long too. Almost every camper has a power awning, usually with LED lighting nowadays. So above and beyond that, look at the size of this and look how it easily, by about an extra foot, clears both entry doors. That means if it's kind of drizzling outside and you hop in and out of your bathroom real quick when you're outside on the patio with your family, which on a light drizzly day you still spend a lot of time outside, you're not going to have to worry about that rain that kind of dribbles off the edge of the awning and sort of, you know, finds its way to drip on you by the door. They gave you that extra clearance. This is also an easy pitch awning. You can literally take just 2 fingers and pull that down and boom, it'll drop like 10, 11 inches. And if you forget that it's cranked down on an angle like this, when you roll it up, it'll straighten itself right back out. It's simple, it's easy, it's just one step closer to foolproof, and that's what I like about it. In all of the ultralight brands we carry here at Haylets, and last time I checked we had something like over a dozen different ultralight series at our store. Passport is and has been statistically the most reliable the past 2 or 3 seasons in a row. I'd have to check the calendar now. But long story short, despite the fact that this is our most price aggressive lightweight, and despite the fact that this is the lightest weight of our lightweights, it has also proven itself to be the most reliable of our lightweights, meaning doesn't come back for service work, stays in your driveway. Now we've got some good brands. This has simply been exceptional in that regard rather. This is the Rattan decor, spelled like rattan. I can only imagine that they were trying to say rattan as in like bokeh, but doesn't matter. This is the you know, neutral brown leatherette with the cool modern accents, and the other Passport you saw in the background of this, that delivery driver with his dog I mentioned, that one's a different decor. This is a hyper popular brand, and this is a hyper popular floor plan. More people build this floor plan than ever before in history. So we keep multiple different colors of this, different interior decors in stock pretty much at all times to give you a lot of different options and choices. And you know, like I said, there's a lot more people that build this layout than ever before. So why is it that the Passport version has continued to be so darn popular? That's what the stuff I like to hit on in these videos. They put big windows in. That's a nice thing. You can save a ton of money in this business by cutting down on window sizes. But they want big windows that do open for airflow, including a larger kitchen airflow window. That's a key point a lot of brands will miss. And they have windows for both bunks. A lot of brands will drop down and just do one for the top or one for the bottom. Having one for both is nice. This is one of those late season updates I was mentioning. You saw the exterior. They've added, upgraded to a full trifold memory foam hide-to-bed sleeper sofa versus a traditional jackknife. That's awesome. For 2 reasons. One, obviously you get more sleeping space out of it because you can actually sleep even 2 adults on this, but it just is more comfortable to sit on. Secondly, they've added the dinette base doors down here so you can get to that storage easily when someone's using the dinette, so you don't have to tear apart the whole seating and everything. We'll touch on a couple more high points as we go through. 300 pound per sleeping space rated upper bunk. Nobody needs to bother rating the lower bunk because there's tons of construction below it. But there's a cool thing here I've seen other brands start to copy, and that is the Passport ladder wall, where the ladder is actually the structural support for the upper bunk. Before you freak out, remember that this does have best-in-class upper bunk weight ratings, but what it does is it's addition by subtraction, guys. It gives you the perception of negative space. This looks more open, so it feels bigger inside, and that's what's cool. This is not necessarily any larger than other trailers with a similar layout, it just certainly feels a lot bigger and better. And I do like, every bed has its sleeping spaces, every bed has power outlets, so Junior and the little miss can power up their devices at night or on a rainy day. You know, everything that matters is here. Nothing, that's the really, Keystone at large, but especially Passport. The whole message with this thing is that it's everything that matters and nothing that doesn't. You know, we've got central air, we've got central heat, we've got all LED lights, we've got, you know, kitchen appliance outlets with a big prep space over here. We'll get back to the kitchen in a minute, but everything that matters is handled, is nailed, and it's a matter of standard happenstance. You don't have to pay extra for those things. By the way, there is a deadbolt privacy door for that direct entry bathroom, so if you feel like someone's going to walk in and peek at you, that shouldn't be a concern, especially when you can activate that deadbolt just from sitting where you're sitting. You know, direct entry bathroom has become a big deal in this business, to the tune that some people say, I'm not even buying it if it doesn't have have that. And if you've never owned an RV and you're trying to figure out why that's so important, basically it's going to cut down on a ton of foot traffic. It's going to keep the kids outside, and it's going to keep dirt from getting tracked through your trailer. Very nice stuff. Now, this over here is either a pantry, or it can be an additional closet. You see that hanging rod up there, or any combination thereof, because you can adjust all the shelving, the 3 shelves over here. As I flip around, just give you a quick panoramic view the other way. Something I do like that they do is right here in the kitchen, they include this extra little skylight and vent, just to help give you that extra airflow or light or whatever it is you need on a given day. Now, again, by streamlining and standardizing things, Passport saved a ton of money. And you can see those doors right there are the same. These 2 doors right here are the same. Rather than make a different door and then a pair of drawer fronts, they were able to make 1 door, build it 1 time, save cost, save labor, save time. See, and that's the whole thing with a Passport. It still has big full extension drawers. It still has great storage space. It has a full pass-through under sink here, under the sink in the kitchen, and you don't have to, you know, be a grease man to get through that. That's a phrase I learned from Ocean's 11 when they had Yan the Amazing, who could, you know, fit and jump into different things. That has nothing to do with RVs. I have a problem with doing that. My point is, this is an excellent kitchen design. They brought the sink out where you can get to it by making it an L-shaped peninsula countertop. You still have plenty of walk-through space, but by moving the countertop a few inches away from the entry door, they've created a nice little cubby over here to plant shoes when you come in. Whoa, almost dropped the camera. That's why you use a wrist strap, kids. They've created a wider entry space so it's more comfortable. They have easier access, more storage space, you know. The bedroom up here, let's get dug into that. We have sliding pocket privacy doors on both sides, so you can actually, you know, shut off the world if, let's say you need a break, or it's nighttime and you just value your privacy. That's something Passport has forced other brands to adopt. They were one of the first to go to the sliding pocket doors, and a lot of other people were still doing curtains for a couple years while Passport was selling, you know, right past them in the stats. Now, you notice how your TV kicks out here. It's a swing-out TV, so that, like I said, when you're sitting on this nicer, more plush hide-a-bed sofa over here, you can just sort of, you know, have a perfect view of the screen. There is no bad seat in the house, and you can actually angle that further. So even the person sitting over here by the wall, bang, has a good shot at the TV. All-in-one AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth player. Stuff like that's becoming pretty industry standard. Not going to spend a lot of time there. I do want to mention all LED interior lights, because the $1 cheaper ultralights are still going to use some incandescents. Now, there's a couple things here that are really important to point out. A lot of people say, I don't like it when the bed is this close to the entertainment center. And the reason they're saying that is because your average lightweight trailer went with a short camper mattress, a 74-inch camper queen. Passport for years has had a true 80-inch queen, so you have that extra length here that the other brands don't have. So unless you're like a forward in the NBA, your feet aren't going to be hitting this entertainment wall anyway. Secondly, this is wider. This is a full king, 70 by 80, true fifth wheel king, in an easily half-ton towable travel trailer. And that, my friends, is a best-in-class feature matched by no one of which I am aware. If there's somebody else that is doing it, they're doing it because Passport did it first. That's one of those first and best-in-class things. Now, for you folks with your CPAP machines and needs, there are power outlets against the base of the bed down here. So you can have your cords down along the floor, not tangled all over. You can set your machine by the side here. We still have his and hers wardrobe stands. We still have overhead storage. We just get a nice bigger bed that's easy to get to. And that, my friends, is the Passport advantage. Giving you the features that matter, you know, all thriller, no filler. That's what I love about this brand. Well, that and their, again, ultra impressive service record. We just don't get Passports back with problems. So, if you like what you've seen here, all I ask is you give us a call or, you know, an email through our website or whatever. Just allow us the opportunity to earn your business. That's all I ask. You know, I don't care where you live. They're on wheels. We have shipping available, and whether it's